Um, Hi, my name is Matthew Zielsdorf. I am the Senior Study Abroad Advisor in the Office of International Studies and Programs. Today, we are going to talk about international internships, and we are joined by our colleagues from API, Leanne Marr and Bridget Thompson. And they will talk about their programs in a second, but I just wanted to share that international internships are a great way not only to receive an international and intercultural experience, but also a way to earn real world professional experience that can be put on your resume and follow you into your professional career. And international internships are especially salient today because of the ever growing global work and careers that students go into. So, and it should be said that internships can be done during any quarter, including summer. They can be done for credit, and most students do earn internship credit. Internships through our sponsored providers can be done for credit. They can also just be for professional experience. So I'm going to turn this over to Leanne and Bridget.
Hello. Okay, my name is Leanne. I'm the regional director for the Pacific Northwest, including Central Washington University. So I'm your main point of contact when you see this video. And I'm assisted here today with Bridget, and she is from the Southeast area. Bridget, take it away.
Thanks so much. Hi, I'm Bridget Thompson, and I'm the internship program manager at API. And we are so excited to talk to you about internships today.
All right, I'm going to share my screen. Okay. All right, so we are API. We do a number of different types of programming for students since 1997. So we have study abroad, of course, internships, and now we also include experiences that are in the virtual space as well. But today's focus will be on internships. Really, for API, our mission is the students. So creating impactful experiences that will enrich their lives academically, personally, but also in their career and their future achievements. So that's kind of what at the heart of everything that we do at API is creating that journey for a student to ensure that they're really getting all they can out of a global experiential learning experience like this. Go ahead.
And internships are a great way to experience a local culture while also getting, experience for your resume. And you can see that we've got internships throughout the world, in Europe, in England, Ireland, Italy, Portugal, Scotland, and Spain. In Latin America, we have internships in Argentina and Chile. And in the South Pacific, we have internships in Australia and New Zealand. We're in 19 different cities across these countries that are listed here. So we've got a lot of different opportunities in a lot of different cities to intern.
We kind of already touched on this, but why would you intern? As Matthew very eloquently mentioned, it's all about your development. So with whether it's personal or professional, this gives you a global experience within the focus that you want to have in your career. It allows you to network and connect to industry specialists and professionals in your field globally, which increases your network for future career opportunities, sorry. And it really just gets you career ready, right? So what we're trying to do with our internships is ensure that students not only have the knowledge from their academics within their field, but also have the experience to talk about in their resume and in their interviews. So it's not something foreign, it's something that you become more comfortable with when you do finally graduate and you go out into the field. So next we're going to show you a day in the life of a real API intern. Hold just a second.
It's a very fun video.
It is.
guys, my name is Olivia. Excuse my face right now. I'm running a little late, so I'm going to be doing my makeup in the bus on the way to work. It's gonna be great, hopefully. But yeah, welcome to the day in the life of an intern in London with API. Okay, so I take the bus to work every day and it's about a 40-minute commute for me, but I just really enjoy the time I get to relax and decompress since I'm usually so rushed while getting ready in the morning. I usually arrive a few minutes before work starts at 9 a.m. The first thing I do every morning is make myself a cup of tea. I'm practically British in that sense. Just kidding. But most of my coworkers just drink coffee throughout the day, and I've never actually seen one of them make a cup of tea, which was something I did not expect. We always stay well stocked, and then throughout the week we'll have snacks out on the table or foods from events. The amount we eat is definitely one of my favorite aspects of my internship. Not even kidding. While I'm eating, I'll check emails and then get to work on the tasks I've been given for the day. Can I just point out, I love having these communal tables as our desks. Overall, it really promotes an environment of community. Okay, so I'm a media production intern at Pebble Studios, which is a creative technology and video production company making film, animation, virtual, and augmented reality experiences. My supervisors really worked with me to make sure my assignments were relative to my area of study and my career goals. I wanted to help with the creative development department, so a lot of my projects include writing copy for different websites, briefs, or videos. I also get to help with film shoots when they come up, shadowing different job positions, and serving as a runner. We've been to some cool places like the Natural History Museum and a professional rugby training facility. My workday ends at 5, so I either head back to housing and be a hermit the rest of the night doing chores, or I meet up with friends from the program.
All right, so that was one of our students in London. It does continue, so if you want to see the full video of her experience, she does go into kind of what the day in the life looks like after work. But yeah, it's kind of a unique opportunity for you to really integrate and feel like you're living there and working in an abroad setting in a professional capacity. So yeah.
So as you could see, she had a very exciting placement. I think I love watching that video because it's really neat to see how the student interacts throughout their internship. We have a lot of different placement opportunities available. So we work with students from all different types of majors and minors and interests who would like to intern. This is a list that you can see here of a variety of majors, and we basically work with each student to provide a tailored experience and really identify what their goals are for an internship. And then we work with our team in each individual country to try to find the best placement for them. Just to throw out some interesting placements that we've had, in addition to what we just watched, we had a student who did a placement at an equine magazine in Ireland, contributing that way. We've had biomedical internships, architecture internships, so a real wide variety. And we also have several English speaking internships. As you noticed, we have a variety of Spanish speaking countries where students can do internships in English or Spanish, and in Portugal, students can do internships in English if they don't speak Portuguese too. So there are a lot of different opportunities and a lot of exciting internships for students.
All right, and then we go into what's included. So we know that when students go abroad, whether for study abroad or internships, they're going to need the support both on pre-departure, on-site, and returning. So that's kind of where API really kicks in, and what we do best is making sure that the total experience of a student, from pre-departure support, working with Bridget on identifying placements and suitable locations for their interests. We support with them with that. And then when they transition to the on-site, we have things and individuals, on-site staff. We have airport reception. So you're not lost in the airport, right? When you get off the plane, you have a friendly face who's going to be there with you during your whole tenure on the program. We also include things like the on-site orientation, housing, medical, life insurance, which of course in this unique time, it's very helpful and useful to have. Volunteer opportunities as well. And we also include excursions and cultural activities, which we'll go into more as well. And all of this will be permitting in terms of cultural activities dependent on your schedule with your internship placement. So we can kind of go into those. So for housing, we tend to have for interns host families, which is a really great opportunity if you're trying to do language acquisition. We have you with local host families, residencias, if it's a Spanish speaking country, things like that. And it's a good way to be in a local neighborhood, in a local home, and see what it's like to be kind of a local individual living in those countries. We also have the option in some of our locations for apartments as well. Those tend to be about 4 to 8 API students or participants. We will tend to place you with other interns, so you have that camaraderie of those who are in a similar situation of doing professional development. In those situations with apartments, they'll have a fully equipped kitchen, oftentimes an independent room or shared spaces, so you have kind of that cohort experience there.
So obviously, as Leanne has been mentioning, one of the most exciting things about an internship, other than the job experience, doing an internship in a different country, is the wealth of cultural events and experiences that you're going to have doing an internship in another country. So API does include cultural events and activities for all interns, and all interns will attend like 2 to 3 different excursions, and these are included in the cost. And then there will also be different activities that our residential directors will host throughout your time interning abroad. As you can see, these students are making pasta, and this looks like just the type of cultural activity I would like to enjoy, anything related to food. But they also might have movie nights, attend concerts or museums, and do different types of cultural tours or visits to neighboring cities. So as we mentioned, all of these fees are included, and it's just a great way to really actively engage in your local culture beyond the internship. Interns also currently have a schedule that is Monday through Thursday, so you'll have the long weekend to engage in additional cultural activities.
Okay, so then we also have API Gives Back, and this is really API's in hope for our participants to integrate and give back to the communities that they're living in. So oftentimes this will be projects like reforestation projects, if that is in the location like in the Latin American region. We have others where we work with the local community, women's, we do neighborhood painting and resurfacing. So we have a lot of different short-term, one-day opportunities for us to give back to the communities in sustainable ways that can make the experience richer, not only for our participants, but also the host culture as well. In addition to that, we also know that it's very important for you to have kind of those solidified engagement and critical thinking for your experience. And so we also include digital badges. So you can see here on the right, these are the types of badges you can get, like career development, leadership, problem solving, innovation, teamwork. So as a participant goes through an API program, they're going to be working toward these different digital badges, also known as micro credentials, and they're all skill based. So it's an opportunity for you to reflect, build these skills, and then eventually put them on your resume and your LinkedIn. And when you achieve a badge, you complete the badge, you can integrate it into your LinkedIn and it'll show you opportunities for potential employment, looking at what skills employers are looking for and potential positions that are well suited for those skills. We also have a variety of scholarships. We know that, as a student, there needs to be some support, and API does have a number of scholarship opportunities for internships as well. We have affiliate scholarships through Central Washington, but also API itself offers around 500,000 in scholarship aid. And one of those is also dedicated to interns as well. You can kind of see here, there's an application on our website. In here are the deadlines that you can find for those.
This picture of this surfboards actually reminds me of another really neat internship opportunity. We have an internship opportunity in Chile where students can work at a surf camp where they teach at-risk youth how to surf. And I just think, what a fantastic internship opportunity. So now we'll talk about the different program dates. So we offer virtual and in-person internships. So if you're unable to travel to another country right now for some reason, you can always still have that global engagement and participate in a virtual internship that you can do right here while you're at home. And we have a full-time or part-time option for the virtual internships throughout the year, and they are all 8-week sessions. During the semester, we offer in-person internships for periods of 8-week, 10-week, or 12-week. And then during the summer, all of the in-person internships are 8 weeks long. With either of those options, students have the opportunity to earn academic credit for an additional fee as a part of their internship if they'd like to. There we go. All right. So now we'll talk about how to apply. If you decide that you are interested in an internship, we'd encourage you to apply as soon as possible. That way we have plenty of time to get all of your materials together and talk to you and hopefully find the best placement possible. So right now you're going to explore all of your options and really define any goals and just kind of brainstorm about what type of internship you would like to do. Then you're going to meet with your advisor and make sure that your plans for interning are going to go along with whatever your requirements for schools are. Then you begin the application process. You'll submit your cover letter, resume, all of your application materials, and then you'll meet with me and we'll talk about the type of internship you want. We'll do a mock interview. And then at that point, it could take 4 to 8 weeks to find a placement with our team in the country where you'd like to intern. At that point, once we identify a placement, and maybe they've had the opportunity to interview you as well, you'll get an offer letter, which you'll sign. You might have to apply for a visa depending on the location that you're going to, and then you'll get your final packet and then you'll start your internship. And the great thing is you're going to have the support of our residential staff while you're doing your internship. So you'll have your little API family there who will help you with an orientation. They're going to take you on a tour of your new city. They're also going to introduce you to your employer and make sure that you feel very comfortable starting your internship so that you can have a really great internship experience.
Right, so that is everything with API and internships. We really appreciate your time and your interest in exploring global internships with Central Washington University. If you have an interest to reach out, feel free. Our email and contact information is here on the bottom of the screen, and we'll give it back to Matthew.
Well, thank you very much. Also, there's more information can be found on our webpage, cwu.edu/education abroad under the programs tab. And just to reiterate, one of the great things about internships is that a vast majority of them are entirely customizable to fit your academic and professional goals. Our affiliated partners like API work with you and their partners on the ground to find an employer that can tailor the experience specifically for your needs. So you're not just plugging into an already existing internship. And as Bridget mentioned previously, internships can be done in English or the host language. And there are even virtual internship available options available. And typically internships can vary in length from 4 to 12 weeks. So there's flexibility to fit your schedule. And also, if you're able to do an internship during fall, winter, or spring, you may be eligible for a tuition waiver up to $1,000. So thank you, Leanne and Bridget, for sharing information about API's internship opportunities. And I look forward to speaking to everyone to begin your internship search.
Thank you.